Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have a better tomorrow. So we've got some huge news today regarding Funimation. Now, as many of you may already know, and if you don't, well, you're about to learn. Yesterday, Funimation was trending #1 on Twitter, and this was because Nick Rekieta, shout out to him, he, on his live stream Thursday night, had revealed some audio clips from some, I guess, outtakes or whatever it may have been of voice actors like Sean Schemmel, Chris Sabat, Monica Rial, Chris Hader, and Cynthia Kranz. And what these voice actors did, they went against policy. And, oh, it's not good. This is what Nick Rekieta had to say about this on Twitter. Hey, Funimation, heard about the Funny Leaks Funnygate audio that Toei Animation might be interested in. Sorry to hear about that. Weird. This looks like it directly contradicts your employee handbook. Have fun explaining that in court and to your licensor, Toei Animation. Now, these audio clips, they can be offensive to some people. They really can be. And, I mean, you have things like Sean Schemmel using a slur, and it's the F word. Just, the three-letter F word. He uses this slur, which is really bad. You have Chris Sabat and some of the very interesting things he had to say. He had a 4-minute long audio clip, and it was with multiple characters that he played as, and it was one big mashup. it was pretty bad. I mean, these things that they said, mind you, what's important about what a lot of these people said, like Chris Hader also saying, he wouldn't hide his goods while he was portraying Hercule or Mr. Satan. There's a lot of things here. Monica Rial and Colleen Clickenbeard, and they had their whole, I guess, high school joke moment about men's goods, if you get what I mean. There was a lot of things here, and it's just really bad what they were saying. And mind you, they fire Vic Mignogna over a jelly bean joke. A dad joke involving a jelly bean with someone's name on it, and then he says, "Oh, I ate this person," as a joke. Okay? Now, of course, this person's Monica because it was Monica's name on the jelly bean, but you get my point. If they fire him over this, oh boy, look at these audio clips. They're going to have a field day over what they had to say because it is 10 times worse than what Vic had to say. Sean Schemmel has been going around and he's been chain blocking people. This is how bad it's gotten. It's gotten to the point to where you got Sean Schemmel out there chain blocking people. You got a lot of them being quiet, and the Kick Vic crowd, they're eating each other alive right now. This is something that SJWs do. They go around, they'll say something, but then if it goes against what one person thinks, if one person gets out of line, they start to eat each other alive. This is how it works. And look at Sean Schemmel right now. Sean Schemmel is mass chain blocking people because of this audio clip. He's gone after anybody that follows Yellow Flash, that Umbrella guy, Nick Rekieta, and many others. I mean, he is chain blocking people because he knows what he said. He knows these audio clips. But here's the funny thing. Why would Funimation hold on to these? I mean, they're so vital. They're so important. It's strange that they would hold on to these clips in their personal files. That's kind of odd, don't you think? But when you look at this whole entire thing, this whole entire situation, they try to sit over here and they try to claim that Vic Mignogna is this bad guy. He did all these terrible actions and all these terrible things. They fire him over a jelly bean joke. And then, here you are. They say all these terrible things that goes against policies of Funimation, and then they use the characters. I mean, they're acting as the characters they portray when they said these things. And with the property that Toei owns, this doesn't look good for their property. But the biggest importance here is the hypocrisy. You see, for them to call out Vic and say all these terrible things about Vic, calling him ist and phobes and all these other things, and yet what did they do? They say some very, very bad things in these audio clips. And it goes against the policy they have. And yet, this definitely makes them look like hypocrites because look at what they're doing. They're sitting over here and they're saying, oh, hey, look, Vic is this, Vic is that. Vic did all these terrible things. But then this comes out and it shows you that, oh, no, you say these terrible things about Vic. Well, look at what you said. Because you said these things, they're recorded. And that's awful. That's terrible. But that hurts Toei's image because it's their product. So here is Yuki Matsuzaki. Now, he is a voice actor. And here's what he had to say in his tweet about this situation. Here's exactly what I said. The voice actors of English version of DB had recorded a parody at Funimation which consists of offensive jokes out of same-sex intercourse. It's a huge problem that could end the English DB franchise. And this is huge because Funimation is watching all of this. And, you know, it's kind of like their old catchphrase, you should be watching. Well, yeah, you know they're watching. They should be. Because this is something that's going to scare Funimation. If they're not already scared, then they definitely should be, because this could completely jeopardize their license with Toei Animation for Dragon Ball. And there is something going on because Toei Animation has come here to the States to talk to Crunchyroll about some things. Yeah, makes you kind of wonder. They've come here for the weekend. So, I wonder what that could mean then for Dragon Ball. I wonder what they could be talking about with Crunchyroll over the situation, because they know what's going on and they are not happy. Toei Animation has been very upset over this entire situation with Vic already, and this has already damaged the franchise. It already has. And to think that these recordings came out, this doesn't make anything look any better for Funimation. It doesn't make anything look any better for Dragon Ball. And Toei knows this. So they are not happy at all with Funimation. They are not at all happy in the slightest. They are very upset. And this could completely make them take away the license from Funimation. And that would be huge if they do this. So, of course, Yuki Matsuzaki had another tweet. I'm 100% sure my tweet will reach Toei Animation. So let's see how they would compensate this disaster. A disaster it most certainly is indeed. Because let's think about this for a minute. You look at this entire situation. You look at these voice actors who were hypocritical. They go against their policy. Well, if Vic got fired over a jelly bean joke, then you would think that these voice actors would get fired as well. And seeing that this became #1 on trending yesterday at one point. It went from #1 to #2 to #6 to #7. And you know that Toei has to know about this by now. And Funimation definitely knows. They have a guy monitoring the Twitter accounts of Funimation. You definitely know that Scott Barretto, if he is the one watching them, as he said in his affidavit, then yeah, he's definitely watching this. I can only imagine what he thought when he woke up yesterday morning and saw all of this. I can only imagine what went through his mind. And the Kick Vic players are also watching this. They also know about this. They're keeping a close eye on it. And boy, oh boy, they are eating each other alive right now. And that's what happens. They thought we wouldn't be able to make this trend. They thought that we wouldn't be able to get this out there. But we did. Everybody working together, we all got this out there. And now, it seems that several journalists are talking about this. It seems that there are several articles being made on the entire situation, which I will go over next week. I will talk about some of these articles, of course. And here's the thing. Japan is very conservative. The voice actors over there in Japan, from what I've heard, they think this is childish and immature. And Toei, they're already upset with what's been going on. So you can only imagine how much this adds to them being frustrated over this. Oh, you can only imagine. So Greg Doucette had to come out and say something as well while this was trending, and this is what he had to say. With Funimation trending, it's very important that you do not mention that Vic Mignogna is a well-documented offender in any tweets with a hashtag. Also, definitely don't include excerpts from Vic's deposition when using hashtag funny leaks or hashtag not funny. Well, you had to ask me. I find this to be very funny because you're backpedaling. They twist all these things, all these photos and images, and tried to misinterpret them for their narrative. But now that this has happened, now that this whole Funimation issue is going on, oh, they're trying to backpedal from all that. That's pretty interesting if you had to ask me. But that's what they do. It's like whenever you see Monica Rial or Sean Schimmel delete their tweets of things that they said because they don't want people to document it. They don't want people to screenshot it. But remember, the internet always remembers. And these audio recordings shows you the internet never forgets. And that's a huge thing to remember because this recording that all these voice actors had is haunting them now. And it's not looking good. Most certainly not looking good. Just remember, the internet never forgets. And Pepperidge Farm remembers. And that's the truth. And that's a huge thing to keep in mind. And they have to backpedal from this now. So you can definitely tell. Doesn't make them look too good now, does it? After all the things they've said and tried to misinterpret and completely change and throw out of context. Yeah. Now they have to backpedal from this entire thing. And here's another thing, by the way. So Monica Rial and Ron Toei are trying to have a response to the plaintiff's motion to strike or disregard defendants' late filings. This is going to be something to look over, and we will look over that in the near future. But this is hilarious because they obviously can't file this, but they're trying to do it so they can throw a distraction to Ty Beard and his filing, of course, for the hearing and everything of that sort. Well, this is going to be something that's going to be very interesting to take a look at. And, oh man, Nick Rekieta looked over this, and this was actually just pretty hilarious. I mean, this is Monica and Ron trying to put more filing in there so that they can distract Ty Beard's team from trying to get their filing out. Now, of course, the filing's already out now, so they've already gotten that over with because the due date was Friday. They got that done. So, yeah, this was a failed effort, of course, but they were trying to use this as a distraction. And, oh boy, this is something funny when you look at this. I mean, it's actually quite hilarious, the things they bring up. And, oh boy, it's just a mess. That's what it is. It's just a mess. And with this entire situation that's going on here, you know, they're trying to plead the judge. They're trying to beg that they don't let this go through. This is so funny because, like I said, they're backpedaling now because of all these issues. And with the hearing next week, I'm excited for that. Yeah, let's see how Monica's little clown show goes. I can't wait to see how that performs. Oh, man. Oh, I'm sure Ty Beard's going to smack him hard with what he's got filed. I'm excited to see where everything goes here. And more is just going to go on as things continue. But anyways, let me know what you think about this entire situation down below. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And if you did enjoy, hit the video with a like. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Share the video. Let's get this video out there. Make sure people see this, know this information. And follow me on Discord. The link is in the description down below. But anyways, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful and fantastic day today. And remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow could always be better. Take care of yourselves and everyone around you. And have yourselves a good one out there, everybody.